Apparently, Deon and Karen from Doubling Down with the Derricos have 15 kids, rather than the 14 who appear on the show. Deon Derrico always wanted to become famous. In fact, he almost got his reality show before being charged with real estate fraud in 2014. But dig a little deeper into the Las Vegas resident and you'll come across the name Derron Derrico. Derron happens to be the oldest sibling in the Doubling Down with the Derricos family. But what's stopping him from being featured on the reality show? TLC's new Big Happy Family from Doubling Down with the Derricos is loved by all. Fans are praising Deon and Karen Derrico and their brood of 14 children, which includes quintuplets, twins, and 2 sets of triplets. The premiere episode of the reality show showed pregnant Karen hospitalized at 24 weeks due to complications with her latest triplets. Season 1 will follow how Father Deon manages to look after the children aged between 2 to 14 in the absence of his wife. But the Derricos aren't new to the life of fame. They've been featured in major publications and have appeared twice on the Today Show during the birth of their miracle quintuplets in 2013. More nefarious, however, the real estate investor also made headlines for being charged with property fraud in 2014 and later acquitted in 2018. Amongst the people who pointed fingers at Deon for forgery was his own son Derron. A news report by Review Journal that documents the Doubling Down with the Derricos' dad's criminal investigation also brings up Derron Derrico's name. The article dates back to March 29, 2014, and mentions Deon's oldest adopted son, Derron. The then 22-year-old Derron speaks about being estranged from his father for a year and how he couldn't escape from Deon's financial schemes. Derron, who worked as a security guard, confesses to having documents showing his father taking out a $21,000 in student loan in his name in 2007, when Derron was just 15 and had no interest in college. The documents list Derron's date of birth as 1983, when he was actually born in 1991. He accuses someone of having signed his name on the loan application in 2014. After several years of interest, Derron now has a debt of $84,000 and he mentions how Deon also maxed out several credit cards using his name. Derron also reveals that he filed 2 police reports against his father for fraud and harassment, which failed to see any actionable results. The report reveals that Deon adopted Derron around 2004 in Detroit after a chance encounter occurred while Deon was working as a school bus driver. Derron was looking for a family after being stuck in the foster system, and Deon back then believed Karen couldn't conceive naturally. Derron admits to having a troubled childhood where he was caught taking money from neighbors' vehicles. He speaks about having a juvenile criminal record and spending some time at a treatment center in Colorado. In the 2014 article, Derron also shockingly reveals that he isn't sure if Deon and Karen are married. Derron adds that he has been clean since he turned 18 and that he would try his best to clear his name, even if it forced him to testify against his father. Having learned of his youngest siblings via Facebook, Derron harbors hopes of reuniting with his family one day. The article also presents Deon Derrico's side of the story, where he refers to his adopted son as the devil. The Doubling Down with the Derricos star is quoted saying, "Everything I stand for, he's the opposite of." Derron's current whereabouts are unknown, but a LinkedIn profile for the same name suggests that he works as a security officer at a company called Allied Universal. A fail-safe move to create drama on this TV show would be a reunion between Derron, Deon, Karen, and all of his 14 siblings. Will TLC explore this as a possible angle for Doubling Down with the Derricos, or will Derron just remain a forgotten family member?